Today's guest is Linda Goldstein, the lead attorney on the latest Tennessee abortion rights case. Blackmon versus the state of Tennessee was brought on by the Center for Reproductive Rights on behalf of 3 women who were denied abortion care and 2 physicians. Linda is taking us through the case, sharing what the center is seeking to accomplish and how it could affect the future of reproductive health care. This is Advocate Now. Well, Linda, you joined the Center for Reproductive Rights in January of 2023, but this isn't the first time you fought for reproductive justice. What initially motivated you to get involved in this sector of the law?
Well, I had been working with the center doing amicus briefs for some of the Supreme Court decisions, Whole Women's Health and Drew Medical, and I began doing actual casework with the center at the very beginning of the pandemic when states like Oklahoma and Texas were using the pandemic as an excuse to ban all abortions in those states. And we succeeded in joining those unconstitutional, I guess they were executive orders at the time.
Well, you've built a really impressive 36-year-long career, and in 2021, you were honored by the New York Law Journal as Attorney of the Year. What does it mean to you to spearhead such meaningful action for women across the country?
Well, Dobbs was really a call to arms for me. And so it really highlighted the need to help preserve women's health. After Dobbs, 14 states now banned abortion entirely. And one of the consequences is that there are extreme harms on the health of pregnant people caused by these abortion bans. And so what we're doing now is trying to shine a spotlight on the harms that these total bans cause.
And in March, the Center for Reproductive Rights filed the country's first lawsuit representing women who were denied abortion care following the overturning of Roe v. Wade. What would you say has been the overarching sentiment among women who you've worked with?
Well, the overarching sentiment is fear for their health. I can talk about the plaintiffs in the case that we filed in Tennessee just a couple of weeks ago. One of them, Katie DeLong, is somebody who had been raised as a Baptist and had been opposed to abortion when she was younger. She and her husband had been trying for years to get pregnant. And last summer, after Roe v. Wade was reversed, she was overjoyed to learn that she was pregnant and that she was expecting a baby boy. And she and her husband immediately started to furnish his nursery. And then in November, after, again, Tennessee had enacted its complete ban on abortion, she was out shopping for some baby gear. She was about 16 weeks pregnant at the time, and she noticed that she was spotting. And overnight, she lost more blood, and she started to feel cramping. So she went to her doctor right away. And when she went to the doctor's office, she learned that the cramping was contractions, that her cervix had started to dilate, and that parts of the fetus were bulging through it. She went to the hospital to see if there was anything that could be done, and was told that there was nothing that could be done to save this very much wanted pregnancy, and that her son would not survive. Katie DeLong, the patient, knew that she was at risk at this point of hemorrhaging or developing a severe infection. So she asked for abortion pills so that she could expel the pregnancy. And because the fetus's heart was still beating, Her doctor said no, they couldn't do that because of Tennessee's complete abortion ban, even though there was no possibility whatsoever that her son would survive. Instead of giving her the abortion pills she asked for, they sent her home with absorbent pads. About a week later, nothing had happened, so Katie went to the hospital, and there she learned that her water had broken, that the fetus was hanging feet first in her vaginal canal, and that she was starting to show signs of infection. At that point, doctors finally gave her the abortion pills that she had asked for. And she was told that if she had waited just a day or two more before going into the hospital, she could have died. We brought the case in Tennessee, and we're bringing cases like it in Idaho and elsewhere, so that no pregnant person has to risk their life the way that Katie did.
And this case will bring clarification to the term emergent medical condition. What exactly does that mean, and what's at stake right now?
Well, the problem with the statute in Tennessee and the statutes in many other states is that they don't use medical terminology. And so doctors are fearful that if they get it wrong and if they provide abortion care, as Katie had asked for when she was first at the hospital, they will be sent to prison and they will lose their medical license. So doctors are withholding or delaying standard medical care that they would have provided to people having emergency pregnancy complications like Katie before Roe was reversed.
So how will this clarification and the work that you're doing as a whole impact the lives of patients, across Tennessee and potentially even the future of reproductive health care?
Well, the hope is that doctors will be allowed to practice medicine the way they're trained to practice medicine and the way they practice medicine in the states that don't ban abortion, and that they will be able to give necessary medical care to patients like Katie, who are suffering pregnancy complications.
Well, Linda, thank you so much for talking with us today about a very important topic. We appreciate your time.
It's my pleasure, Sonia. Thank you for helping us to shine a spotlight on this crucial issue for women's health.
I'm Sonia Baghdadi. Thanks so much for watching and advocating. For more stories and content like this, just head to advocate.com or advocatechannel.com. On tomorrow's episode,
my friend I call surrender. And there's so much misconception around what surrender is. A lot of people think it's just like, oh, giving your power away or giving up. But for me, it was finally learning how to access my power and get out of my own way. Before that divine intervention, I was in super deeply entrenched denial and illusion. I just was not being honest with myself about my issues. I was not being honest with myself about my, ex-partners, addiction issues, and all of those things. And when I finally saw the truth and got into a place of illumination of what was really going on, I intuitively knew I needed to finally speak to my own soul, to Great Mother Earth, to Great Spirit, and say, okay, I'm finally ready to get out of my own way. I'm finally ready to heed the messages that you have for me. And I can honestly say that has been the path that I've lived in complete devotion to. And what has led me to, being able to be a spiritual teacher and to share guidance now is always trusting the guidance that comes in. And oftentimes it's been super illogical, has not made any sense, but I stick with it. And it has brought me to the truth that I'm a shaman, I'm a medicine woman, and that I'm here to share all of this with the world.